Hello kids, how are you? I hope you all are good. Today we'll start with a new chapter, that is your chapter 9, more on flowchart. So flowchart is a visual representation of the data or the document which contains so many sequence of steps. So we represent that data visually in the form of a diagram. So it makes our work easy. In this chapter we'll learn how to construct flowchart using different shapes and lines. So let's begin with flowchart, symbols of flowchart, types of flowcharts. Let's just start the chapter.
Hey, what are you doing? I am drawing a flowchart. Flowchart is also used in computer. Flowchart. A flowchart is a visual representation of the sequence of steps and decisions needed to perform a process. Each step in the sequence is noted within a diagram shape. Steps are linked by connecting lines and directional arrows. This allows anyone to view the flowchart and logically follow the process from beginning to end. A flowchart is a powerful business tool with proper design and construction. It communicates the steps in a process very effectively and efficiently. Flowcharts are methodology used to analyze, improve document, and manage a process or program. Flowcharts are helpful for understanding of relationships among different process steps, collecting data about a particular process, helping with decision making, measuring the performance of a process, depicting the structure of a process, tracking the process flow, highlighting important steps and eliminating the unnecessary steps. Symbols of flowchart. Flowcharts use special shapes to represent different types of actions or steps in a process. Lines and arrows show the sequence of the steps and the relationships among them. Following are the flowchart symbols. The oval shape, also known as terminal point, indicates the flowchart's starting and ending points. Flowline is used to indicate the flow of logic by connecting symbols. The parallelogram designate input or output operations. The rectangle depicts a process such as a mathematical computation or a variable assignment. The diamond is used to represent the true-false statement being tested in a decision symbol. The circle connects one part of a flowchart to another, that is why it is called a connector. Types of flowcharts. Simple flowchart. Simple flowcharts are easy to create because the shapes are simple and visual. They are easy to understand. Branched flowchart. Sometimes the flow of steps in an algorithm can branch into multiple paths based on how a particular condition works out. Branching is the process of following one or two or more alternate paths of computations. Looping flowchart. Sometimes few steps in an algorithm have to be repeated for a specific number of times. This is known as a loop. A loop is the sequence of instructions that repeats a specified number of times until a particular condition is met. Let's look at the flowchart to play the snake and ladder game. The most important thing to remember when creating a diagram is to take a step back before getting too deep into details. 1. Start by deciding what you want your diagram to accomplish and the amount of detail you'll need. 2. Decide where you want your diagram to start and end. 3. Then write down all the action steps involved in your diagram without worrying about the sequence. 4. Go to start drawing. 5. After adding all your steps, arrange them sequentially. 6. Draw arrows to demonstrate the flow. 7. Check for types, arrow direction, and other small errors. 8. Perhaps the most important step, get a second opinion to make sure your diagram makes sense to someone who's never seen it.